What's going on, fifth grade math team? It's your boy, Mr. Spencer, back at it again with another math video. This week, I want to recap, take it back, way back. When we talked about area, remember? We find area by multiplying length times width. And we use area to find the total space that two-dimensional figures take the space that two-dimensional figures take up. Remember, we find by multiplying length times width, right? And then we used our ability to find area to help us find volume. Remember, volume is used to find the total space that a three-dimensional figure takes up, right? And those three dimensions, similar to area, is length times width, but then we also added another dimension. That third dimension, do you remember what that third dimension was? Height. Remember, so length times width times height. All right? So today I just want to refresh us on how to find area. So on our board, this will be our board for today, right? It says find the area of the rectangle. You may not be able to see it because it's kind of a little tiny, but it says 13 feet is our length and 12 feet is our width. So we know that we multiply length times width to find area, right? So if I have 13 and 12, what am I going to do with 13 and 12? Am I going to add them, subtract them, multiply, or divide them to find area? If you said multiply, you on the money. That's right. We're going to take 13 times 12. So there's two ways you can solve this. You can count 12 13 times, or you can count 13 12 times. You could use a calculator, or what I like to do, as I have it set up on the board here, is 13 times 12. So if I multiply 13 times 12, I'm going to set it up first by doing 2 times 3, which gives me 6. And now I'm going to multiply the ones place times the tens place here. 2 times 1 gives me dos. That's right. So again, 13 times 2 gives me 26. Now I have to remember to put my 0 to hold my place value. Now I'm going to do 1 times 3, which is 3. And then I'm going to do 1 times 1, which is 1. Now that I've got these two numbers, these are called my partial products because they're a piece of the total product, okay? So partial product, that's what we'll call them. Partial, think of parts, right? They're pieces to the larger product. Partial product. That's what that's called. What is it called again? The partial product. That's right. So now that I have my partial product, I'm going to find the sum. And sum means I have to add it up. All right, so 6 plus 0 is what, guys? 6. 3 plus 2 is what, guys? 5. And then 1 plus nothing right here, 1 plus nothing is 1. So my answer, or the area of this rectangle, is 100. Oh, I'm forgetting one thing. The unit of measurement. The unit of measurement that they gave us is feet, right? Unit of measurements could be feet, inches, miles, centimeters, millimeters, kilometers, right? But in this case, it's feet. So I got to make sure that I put my feet. 156 feet. I'm going to circle that answer. And then right here, underneath the sticky notes that you got right here, I kind of hid the answer just to show us or make sure that we've got the right answer. And if we zoomed in, I don't want to move the camera because it's going to be a whole mess, right? But if we zoomed in, that does say 156 square feet. 156 square feet. I gotta say square, I'm sorry. Square feet, 156. All right? So I wanted to recap and show us this because it's gonna help us to find or to solve using an area model. So now we've just used multiplication. We call this long multiplication. I want to show you guys how to use an area model. Come on, let's check it out. Hey, What's up, everybody? So we back for part 2. As I promised, I told you I was going to show us how to use an area model and how to break it down. So if you would like, you can pause the video really quickly and then turn with me to page 55. Page 55 in your Ready Classroom workbook. I took a screenshot, printed it out, so this is exactly what you see on page 55. All right, so I'll give you a couple seconds. All right, so if you're with me on page 55, it says, a mall has a rectangular outdoor space that is 127 feet by 46 feet. There's a grassy section with a width of 40 feet and a cement sidewalk with a width of 6 feet. What is the area of the outdoor space in square feet? All right, so I know there might have been a lot going on in reading that, so what we're going to do, we're going to use a 3-read model, right? That tells us that we got to read it 3 times, and every time we read it, there's 3 questions that we got to ask ourselves. Question 1, what is the problem about? Question 2, what are we trying to find? What are we trying to find? And question 3, what information is most important for us to be able to solve this question? All right, so let's read it again. A mall has a rectangular outdoor space that is 127 feet by 46 feet. There's a grassy section with a width of 40 feet and a cement sidewalk with a width of 6 feet. What is the area of the outdoor space in square feet? All right, so what this is telling me is that there's a mall that's got some grass and a sidewalk, and we want to figure out exactly how much space is that area taking up. How much space is that grass and the sidewalk taking up? Okay, so I know area, boom. Length times width, boom. Let's figure it out. 2, what are we trying to find? Again, we're trying to find the total area, not just the area of the grass or not just the area of the sidewalk. We need to figure out the total area of both of them combined, okay? And number 3, what info is important? So they gave us a couple of measurements. They said that the outdoor space is 127 feet by, and it's by, when you hear by, that means to multiply, guys. When you hear by, that means multiply. By, multiply. By, multiply. That's right. So 127 by 46. That's the whole outdoor space. Then they tell us that the sidewalk has a width of 6 feet. So the grassy section has a width of 40 feet and the sidewalk has a width of 6 feet, okay? We want to know what is the total area of the outdoor space in square feet. So if you're following along with Mr. Spencer in your workbook on page 55, we see on the left-hand side that the width is 46 and the length is 127. But then you also see like these little question marks inside. So what I want to do, I want to find the area of each of those question marks, and then I'm going to add them up to find the total. All right? So here we've got already 40 times 100 gives us 4,000. We've already got 1, so that's 4,000. So I'm going to do, where can I, if you need some extra scratch paper, definitely use it. And excuse my back, guys. I apologize as I'm writing. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with a little editing magic. I had to fix a little mistake that I had, but it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all humans, right? So I'm noticing here on the left-hand side, the width is 40 and the length is 20. So what I have to do, I have to multiply 20 times 40, okay? 20 times 40. Excuse me, I'm sorry. If I multiply 20 times 40, 20 times 40 gives me 800. So I know that the area here of this question mark is going to be 800. Now I need 40 times 70. I'm going to do that up here. 40, not 70, 40 times 7. What are you talking about, Mr. Spencer? So I'm trying to figure out this area right here. 40 times 7. I'm going to do 7 times 0 is 0. And 7 times 4 is 28. So this is 280. Now I need 6 times 100. That is 600. And notice, guys, all I'm doing is multiplying the width and the length to give me that total area inside, okay? So I got 4,000, 800, 280, 600. Now I gotta do 6 times 20. Or 20 times 6 is still the same thing. 0 times 6 is 0, and 2 times 6 is 12. That's 120. Now, last but not least, I've got 6 times 7. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to find the last one. So 6 times 7 is what? 42. So I'm going to put 42 here. Now, all of these guys, all of these numbers inside of my box are called partial products. And we learned when we did area, right? Those are the pieces that add up to the total product, right? And we get product by multiplying two factors, okay? So I've got 4,000 here. I've got 800. I'm going to add the 280. I'm going to add the 600. I'm going to add the 120. And I'm going to add the 42. All of these guys are my partial products. I've got to add them all up to find the total product, right? And guys, when we are lining them up to find the product, please make sure that you keep it neat and organized and in the exact same rows. And when I mean by rows, keep them in the same, be mindful of the place values. So we got ones, tens, hundreds, and our thousands all lined up together so we can add them together. All right, I got 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2. That's only 2. Write that down. Ta-da! I got 0 plus 0 plus 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4. I know 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 4, that's 14. I'm going to put my 4 down, and I'm going to carry that 1 all the way to the top of the next row, or the next column. I've got 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 6 is 16, plus 1 is 17, plus another 1 is 18. Don't forget about that little guy up top. I'm going to drop my 8 and carry my 1 for my 18. 4 plus 1 is 5. So my total area is 5,842. So similar to the last problem that we did talking about area, we've got our answer, but what are we missing? Our unit of measurement. That's right. So we said our unit of measurement was feet, right? It's feet. But when we find area, we don't have just 1 foot. We have 2 foots, or in proper English, that feet. So 2 foots is feet, right? So square feet. 5,842 square feet. That is my answer, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm going to circle it. What I could also do, and just a shortcut, I'm going to tell you just a shortcut. After you find that, if you multiply 46 times 127, it should give you that same exact answer. So if you ever need a shortcut, just multiply the length and the width, and you can find that. But I just want to show us this way to how to use this model to find a product. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know I can't let you go without reviewing what we learned today. You already knew that, right? All right, so let's think back to the first thing that we did. We found area, right? We find area. How? By adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. Multiplying, you like, duh, Mrs. Spencer, multiplying. Length times width. I'm going to underline those two. And then in parentheses, I'm going to put 2D. We know that those are 2 dimensions that we use to find area, okay? And then secondly, what did we do? We used an area model to help us find the product. So we used an area model to help us find the product. So it's important that when we use an area model, we, oh, holy moly, donut shop, multiply length and width of each square. Then after that, you add up all partial products to find the total product. Or the whole product. The total product or the whole product. And that's it. That's it. So, for any time during this presentation, if there's something that Mrs. Spencer might have been going too fast, I want you to rewind, play it again, and rewind and play it again and again, all right? If you do have any questions, I definitely want to encourage you to reach out to your teacher so that they be able to help and give you any more assistance that you might need. But other than that, that's all the time I've got for today, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget to knock out Lesson 4, Session 1, Exit Ticket today. That's it. Until next time, guys, take care.